Hey everyone, we're back in the craft room, and I've been wanting to make a jewelry holder, but I wanted to do something a little bit different than what you normally see, and I came up with this idea to kind of personalize it for people. And this particular one that I'm planning on doing is going to be for like a wine lover. So I went to Goodwill and I found this plate for like 99 cents, and it was a nice size plate, and you could use a platter, you could use plates from the dollar store, kind of use whatever you want. And I have this empty wine bottle, which we'll get to later, and I have a wood bead and a dowel that's 3/8 inches, and we're going to use this to be able to hang the jewelry on, but we'll get to that later like I said before. And I have a wine glass. And my idea is to kind of put it all on this plate, and then I have a couple of corkscrews, and I'll show you how it all comes together, but we're going to start with the wine. The first thing we're going to do is we are going to fill our wine glass with some fake wine, and what I'm using is the Easy Cast, and I'm doing a much larger mix and casting than is recommended. They usually check the directions, but 8 ounces is more than they recommend. So I've mixed and mixed again just to make sure it's all completely well blended, because I don't want any soft spots in my wine. And they do have other products that might be better for this. However, the Easy Cast is low odor, and I just don't have very good ventilation where I'm working, so this is a better choice for me, and I thought I'd give it a try to see if it works. Otherwise, they have like a liquid plastic and other stuff that might be a lot better for this, and I might use that on other projects in the future when it's not so cold outside and I can open some windows and doors. Now what we're going to do is make sure again that it's well blended, and I have these transparent dies that are made, it's Cast and Craft is the brand, but it's made by ETI, which is the same maker as the Easy Cast. And I'm going to use the red because I want to make it a red wine, and I'm going to put some drops in there. I don't know how many it will take to get the color that I want. And if you're making this for somebody and they like white wine, then you don't even really have to add anything, or you could add a little bit of like a yellowish color to kind of give it a little bit of a tint of red wine. And if somebody likes maybe a Zinfandel, a pink Zinfandel, then you could put less of this red in and you'll have a nice pink color for it. And what I want to make sure that I do is have it all mixed in here, because I don't want to do any moving or mixing of the glass as soon as I get it in there. I just want to let it sit and set. I have the resin to be about the color that I want for the wine. I'm going to just scrape off my stick, and I'm going to try to be very neat about this, which can be a challenge for me. And I'm just going to pour it right in, and I want to kind of stay by the center. So that I don't get any resin dripping on any edges. That's a pretty nice amount, like pretty much exactly how much I wanted in there. So I really wasn't sure, I didn't measure ahead of time, and I wasn't sure how it would come together. That drip, there we go. I'm going to recap my dye, and I'm going to let that sit there. A lot of bubbles are rising to the top, and I can take a straw and blow it, or I can take my lighter and just kind of do a quick run over there. Don't leave it in there too long. And then we'll let that sit, and we'll move on to the next step. Hey everyone, we're back to do the next step of the wine, and I just wanted to show you how the wine glass turned out, and it turned out pretty good. The only thing I will say is Easy Cast is probably not the best to do with this large of a pour, which is what the directions say. I think it turned out fine. The top was not really smooth, so I put an extra layer on. So if you look from the side, you can see kind of a clear layer, but otherwise you wouldn't normally see that. And I'm going to show you the product that would probably work better. The The better product to use probably would be this clear polyester casting resin, and it's made by the same company as the Easy Cast, but this is for like a larger pour. And I didn't do it just because I don't have good enough ventilation in here, so I went with the Easy Cast. Otherwise, this would definitely be the better way to go. And when it's warmer out and I do other stuff like this, I'll definitely be able to do this instead. Now I want to show you this, which is going to be put onto the wine bottle. And this is a 3/8 inch wide dowel rod. And this is just a bead, a wooden bead. And I attached them, and I dyed it with red wine. And you don't have to do it with red wine. You can do it with just watered down paint. You can do it with a stain. You can do it with whatever you want. I did the wine just because I was doing wine and I had a bottle that happened to be open, so I did it, and then I put a clear satin finish over it and let it dry. That's all I did with this. And then I have these labels, and I did it, you can personalize this to be whatever you want, and I just called it Diamonds and Spirits Vineyard. And all you do, and this is by Avery, and all you do is, oops, peel it off, and probably shouldn't have done the gloves yet. Try to get it on there straight. And now you have a cute label, and you can personalize it if you're making this for like your mom or some friends. You can personalize this any way you want. I'm going to put the gloves back on for a minute. And we are missing one more piece of our setup here. And that's going to be this wine cork. And I bought this for like 49 cents at the Goodwill store. So we're going to have this here. We'll have the wine here, this here, and then let me see how I want this, because you kind of want it to show. And then I'll have this here. Now we're going to attach everything. We're going to use this E6000 glue. It's industrial strength. And I want to have something down on my work surface just so that I don't get it all over the place. And this should keep everything in place forever. And let me get it started. I'm going to put a thin ring right around the edge of the bottom of the glass. This is clear, so it should show very, very little, if at all. Okay, so I'm going to place it down, and I'm going to squish it down. Once you have the glass on, and if any of it seeps out, take a little rubbing alcohol and a rag and kind of wipe around it. And then you're going to do the same thing to the bottle. And the bottle you don't have to worry about quite so much, because if it's darker, then you won't be able to see any of the glue pattern underneath it. Put it down. Okay, and then you're good there. And then you want to take your corkscrew, which I'm going to put right here. So we're going to do the same thing on this. I'm just going to run a bead along the bottom of this. And then I'm going to hold it here. Now once you have your corkscrew on there, you're going to just take a cork if you want and just put it anywhere as a little accent piece. And then I'm going to glue the dowel rod and everything on as well, and then tomorrow I'll show you how to use it. Everything has dried and it's all on there nice and tight, so nothing's going to fall off. So here's what you can do. You can use this on maybe like a buffet in a dining room. If you have those rings for wine glasses, and you can hang those along there. But that's not what I made it for, but that's kind of an alternative use. I was thinking more if you know somebody who's a wine lover, maybe for Mother's Day you can make this, or for a friend's birthday, or just because. And I wanted it to be for jewelry. So I have this corkscrew, and this one's not very pointy at the end at all. And if you have one that is pointy, snip off the edge or just file it down a little bit. And I got this one for rings. And you can put your rings on there. And then we have the wine bottle for like necklaces and bracelets. And I have these really cute necklaces to show you these are from Chicky Limited, and you can go to their website at www.chick-e.com, and they have these really cute affordable fashion jewelry that you should definitely go check out. And this one I absolutely love with the turquoise pieces and the different beads. And you just hang them right on there. And this one I know comes with matching earrings. And then they have these cute shell-like necklaces, perfect for summer and spring. There's a really cute one too, very colorful. You can hang them all on here. And this is a really cute one too with the fake diamonds on there. And like these earrings go with the turquoise one that I showed you. So a lot of these have matching sets, but that's what your wine glass is for. Your wine glass is for your earrings, and I have matching earrings for the shell necklaces. They come with matching earrings. And then you could put the other side with more necklaces, or you could do bracelets. And here's a few more that I have from Chicky that you can hang on to there. And like this one comes with matching earrings. These don't, but they're nice and colorful. So that's my idea for the little wine display. And I hope you like it. Hope you give it a try. Think of a bunch of different uses, and if you guys like it, I'll come up with a couple different ones to see what I could come up with. And remember, the resin you can buy online at craft stores, or you can find it on my website at www.craftclotch.com, and you can find that under the products that I use. I use the Easy Cast on this one, but again, I would suggest probably using the clear polyester casting resin instead. But this one has a very strong odor, so that's entirely up to you. And a lot of these, like the glass was from the dollar store, the plate was from Goodwill, Corkscrew was from Goodwill, so I have very little money into this whole project, but it's really a cute kind of a display that somebody could have maybe on their vanity or dresser just to have and display their jewelry in a different and unique way. Now, if you're having any trouble finding the Easy Cast or this polyester resin that I just showed you, especially internationally, go to www.eti-usa.com, and they have a link on there on where you can find the product nationally and internationally. So if you have any difficulties, that's a good place to go. So I hope you like it. I hope you give it a try. Remember to rate, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you next time. Happy crafting.